Peter, great to have you back on the show. Thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure.
So I do actually want to start with that anti-satellite missile that was detonated by Russia yesterday. Obviously a major geopolitical event that has taken place and certainly speaks to the increasing applications of space as a warfighting domain. But as we continue to see these increasing levels of space junk and space debris in orbit as well, it also has ramifications and increases risks for commercial companies such as yourself. And I realize Rocket Lab is getting ready to conduct a launch as soon as tomorrow. How are you navigating the space debris situation? And how does this speak to, I guess, broader industry dynamics?
Well, look, I mean, isn't this disappointing? I mean, as a launch provider, we do absolutely everything to minimize our impact on any potential orbital debris that we may leave behind as a result of emissions. I know all of our customers focus heavily on that as well. And then, there's all of a sudden thousands of pieces of orbital debris from one test. And it's just like, come on, humans, we can do better than this, for sure.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, you do have a launch, 2 Black Sky satellites that you're looking to send to orbit as soon as tomorrow. This is the first launch for the company since July. You do these launches from New Zealand, which has been impacted by COVID-19 restrictions. As we continue to see those ease, what does that mean for the launch cadence in this quarter and your outlook, your forecast for the company, which saw most of its revenue this last quarter from the other part of your business, which is not launch?
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we've all been stuck at home in New Zealand dealing with some pretty severe COVID lockdowns, which has really impacted our ability to be launched, to do launch. But as you mentioned, those are easing pretty rapidly now, and we're back on the pad, and we have two missions to get off in quick succession. 2022 is going to be a very busy year for us. We've got a lot of vehicles sitting on the floor. And we continue to sign more and more customers. I mean, in this quarter alone, we added over a dozen customers to the books. But I think, the important thing is a lot of people recognize Rocket Lab as the launch company. But as you've seen, our Space Systems division has been very, very busy. And I think that's really important. Launch is always a bit of a lumpy business as you rely on various elements like weather and customer readiness. But the Space Systems division has been doing extraordinarily well.
Yeah. You also announced another acquisition, Planetary Systems, which is a manufacturer of satellite separation systems. It's the second acquisition that you've announced in as many months, the third in 18 months. How does this speak to your goal of not simply being a launch provider, but a fully integrated, vertically integrated space services company and your vision for the future?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think this is a clear demonstration. And if you look at a customer we flew recently, Rocket Lab provided the launch for that customer. It provided the star trackers for the satellite that we offer that customer. It provided the reaction wheels for the satellite of the customer. It used ASI's software, which is now owned by Rocket Lab, and it was separated using a PSC separation system that's now owned by Rocket Lab. So as you can see, we're able to take more and more value from what would have normally just been a launch contract.